Money. Money.
So today I want to talk about a low appraisal value solution. Now, I brought in Money Chat before what's happening in the market with the lack of inventory and homes available on the market. We're seeing home increase values very quickly, which means it's making it a little challenging for our appraisers to be able to come up and support that value without the comparables. So getting a little creative sometimes is a way to keep a deal together. And what I know what's happening a lot of the times is people don't know what their options are. And without these solutions to solve the problem, things can fall apart when not necessarily they had to. So I want to go over one solution here. So a buyer and seller agree on a purchase price, and let's just say the purchase price is $600,000, but the appraised value comes in low. It comes in at $550,000. So we've got a $50,000 low appraised value. Now the lender's only going to lend on the appraised value or the price, the lesser of the two. So they're going to lend on the $550,000. Now in this example, the buyer was planning on coming in with a 20% down payment. Magic number, keeping an LTV at 80%, so that way you avoid paying private mortgage insurance, or you may hear reference to as PMI. Now, this leaves the buyer short $40,000 to keep the mortgage at 80%, avoiding the PMI if the appraised value came in at $550,000. Again, we're taking 80% of that $550,000 value on the home. So the seller has the option to lower the price of $50,000 to meet that appraised value. Not likely that's going to happen in that market. There's a lot of buyers that want that home, and there's some cash buyers out there that would buy the home. Doesn't matter if the appraised value came in low, or you have somebody a buyer that's willing to come in and pay the difference. So that most likely is not an option. Now, a buyer could come in with an additional $40,000 in the down payment to keep it at that 80% loan to value to avoid paying the private mortgage insurance. Or this is the creativity or a solution that you may not even think of if your mortgage consultant isn't looking for solutions to fix the issue. So how can the buyer avoid paying monthly mortgage insurance without having to come in with the additional $40,000 in down payment? You've heard me talk about this on the show before. It's a single premium, or what I like to call a buyout of mortgage insurance. So you're paying an upfront fee at closing, or you're just financing it into the loan to avoid paying that monthly private mortgage insurance. So the buyer can go ahead and come in with the same down payment, put the loan to value at 87%, again, keeping the same down payment that they were planning on coming in with. So instead of the buyer coming in with that additional $40,000 down payment, the seller having to drop the price by $50,000 because of the low appraised value, you can go back to the negotiating table and ask the seller to pay for a small cost to buy out the mortgage insurance of $9,000. Now, if the seller's not willing to do that, you as the buyer could come in with $9,000. That's a lot less than $40,000. Or you could actually just finance that $9,000 into your mortgage payment. Every $1,000 is only $5 a month in the payment. So this is a really creative solution to avoid this challenge that's came up. So again, knowing what your options are to keep a transaction together is important, because I know there's a lot of stress that's coming in with these low appraised values, and people don't know that there's options that aren't as bad as it may seem. So always, if you have any questions, my arena is mortgage. That's what I do as my full time when I'm not here visiting you on air. You can call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, 1-855-400-1150. This is just one solution to a low appraised value. There are a lot of different scenarios. There are a lot of different solutions and strategies. So again, just understanding what those are. Coming up next on The Money Hour, life expectancy is going up in most countries, meaning more and more people are living longer and entering an age when they may need care. Are you protected, and do you have a plan? Robert Christensen with Amada Senior Care right here on 1150 AM KKNW after the short break.